In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to take your personal measurements or measurements on another individual. It actually is a little easier if you have someone to help you take measurements on you, but if you are left to your own devices, you can still do that. First of all, you would want to wear either your undergarments or tight-fitting clothes so that you can get pretty accurate close-to-body measurements. The next thing that you're going to need is a piece of elastic that is stitched together that you can put on. You could also use a ribbon or a belt that actually fits at your waist, okay? Many of our pants these days are a low-waisted pant. That is not your natural waist. We're going to start with our natural waist for our measurements. When you make patterns, you can always drop your waistline on the pattern or the waistband, but the natural measurements do need to come from the waist. And when you put a piece of elastic on, it usually settles in at that narrowest part, which is your waist, which should be within about 1 or 2 fingers of your belly button. So here is my waist. That is the measurement I will take for the waist. Of course, you will need your measuring tape in order to do this. So we'll take that around and check that measurement. All right, about 7 inches below that, 7 to 9, depending on kind of your overall height and how spread out your different body parts are, so 7 to 9 inches, you want to take your fullest hip measurement. It's good to try and do this in front of a mirror as well. I'm hoping that in the video I look parallel to the floor. I don't have a mirror to check that right now, but you should. When you're taking your measurements, make sure that your measuring tape is parallel and not dipped, okay? That could change the measurement. So your hips are another good one. Sometimes the abdomen is a good one to take as well, and that is right about where most pants are coming these days, and it is the fullest part of our lower tummy right here, so you would take a measurement for that. The next 2 measurements are a length measurement for your outer seam and inseam. Now, you can do this barefoot, or in this case I have a very low flat shoe. And I am going to kind of stand on my measuring tape and slowly let it out a little bit till I bring it all the way up to my waist. Now you can see there's a little slack. I'm going to pull it a little bit tight. Now, when I go to bend over, of course everything's going to slack, but since my foot is holding the measuring tape at the floor, I can check my overall outer length here because it's staying put, and then record that number. The inseam is the inside seam for the leg, and again you will set the measuring tape right up at that inseam at the end of your torso, and then stand on the measuring tape to get your accurate length. This is one of those times when it really is a little more important to actually have somebody helping you out, because the other thing is you want to make sure that you are standing straight and not doubled over. So before you finish to get your last accurate measurement, make sure you have stood straight to get a nice taut measuring tape, and then check your measurement and record that. The other 2 measurements we take for the crotch, length and depth. So the crotch length starts from center back and comes all the way to center front. I suggest you put the 0 marking on your measuring tape at center back, reach through your legs and pull this through. That way you can read what the tape says at center front for your crotch length. That's from back to front. And then crotch depth. This one you take seated, and you should use a chair that is flat on the seat. These in our classrooms are dipped, as you can see. So I will actually take another measurement on an accurate chair to get a better measurement, but I'll demonstrate on this one because that's what I have available. But you would put the end of the measuring tape right here and measure up to the waist to check the depth. And you'll see when you look in your pattern making book how all these measurements would work out. You can draft your own pattern sloper for pants, but we're going to get started with the store-bought pattern and just adjust that to our measurements, and that's why you need these. You have an assignment to take all these measurements, record them, upload them. Make sure you do that by Tuesday of the week. That way you've got that taken care of and can get started with your pant pattern as you go forward and get the other assignments done by Saturday. Good luck with it all, and if you have any questions, just email me or text me.